do go for it. Lance. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder coming up in a couple of minutes' time. We'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman, the coach in our EA Sports studios. They'll have a look back at the next-gen stats from this first half of action. 5 yards remain on second down. On play action, Lance. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Lance, a handoff here to Mostert. And he's going to be brought down at about the 33-yard line. 56 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Working with a 2nd and 3. Lance going to give this to Mostert here on the option. And not much running room. Down to the 32. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. They fake the handoff. Now Lance throwing the out route incomplete. That's Mitchell. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another 1st down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Throwing now is Lance. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that is incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
2nd and 10. Now Lance. This one caught by Kittle. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive. And here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
And they run the option here on 1st and 10. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. To throw, it's Lance. That's caught by Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, San Francisco. Deebo Samuel in the final seconds of the first half. And the 49ers are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. A final shot before half for Lance. Eluding the pressure right. And the Niners are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. 4 seconds, all that remain here in this first half as the kick gets away. Fields this way up at the 17. And he won't quite make it to the 25. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
Both teams making their final adjustments before we get started once again. And for the call of the second half, let's send you back out to Allegiant Stadium in Brandon Gott.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gott, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with You and I both know the special teams coordinators, they sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, this will be Dallas. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? Once again, it's Dallas. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On the give, this is Dallas. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. On the handoff, it's Dallas. And just a couple yards there down to the 17. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll run with Dallas. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Play action. It's Wilson. This is caught. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Wilson connects with Tyler Lockett. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Pete Carroll in that familiar hands-on-knees pose. His guys will go for 2 here. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And the carry on 1st down by Mostert, going to wind up losing yardage there as he stopped for officially a loss of 2. Now a play fake. Lance winds up and lets it go for Samuel. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, 49ers. We saw this plenty last year in college. He loved to take his shots downfield, and that throw, that was a thing to behold there. Now the 49ers electing to lead the offense out there and go for 2. They'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a 2-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense, right?
Yeah, that's true. You've said that before. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do?
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
When you're in man coverage, you have help over the top, you become a much more confident defender. Trail the receiver and know that someone over the top can make a play. And that's exactly what happened here. The free safety coming up with the interception.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Here's Lance. Flush to his right. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Pretty nice gain on the scramble. Gets him 12 yards.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Lance to throw on 3rd and 1. They set up the screen for Sermon. And he is going to have a Niners first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1. On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Here's Lance to throw it. He'll find Sermon out of the backfield. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Here's Sermon. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. They run with Mostert off the option. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Lance on the keeper. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. That's caught by Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, San Francisco. 8 yards on the touchdown pass. And once again, the 49ers are back out in front. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. They'll try and throw for it. And he'll get into the end zone. So now a field goal would only tie as they've upped their lead to 3. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. From just inside the 20, a short kick. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Flushed out right, and lets it fly for Lockett. And that's caught inside the 35. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. It's a big play there for Seattle. They'll run on 1st down with Dallas. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, no, he lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A disappointing end of the sequence there. He was starting to turn nothing into something, and then he lost the football.
And sometimes things get lost in the transition. And what I mean by that is you go from being a passer to a runner. And at a certain point, once you cross the line of scrimmage, you're strictly a runner now. There's no more downfield threat. Make sure you take care of the football while you're traversing downfield.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. One more time, it's Cannon. And able to find a little space. He gets this up over the 15 to the 16. Still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Lance going to try and throw on third down here. Gets this one to Juszczyk. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here. Down late, tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Second down. Here's Mostert again. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at the 45. 84 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Lance going to throw. Taking a shot for Samuel. And incomplete on the deep ball.
There's a reason the number 4 was flashing through my mind when he let that one go. 3 touchdowns already in his back pocket. The deep ball's been a great weapon for him in this one. Unfortunately, empty on that attempt.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Shotgun now for Lance. Being chased out left. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And the Seahawks are right back in this football game. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation...
He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. 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 I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
And they are 3 for 3 on 2-point conversions as he is into the end zone for the score. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. They'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movement. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
They'll roll him out right. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
On second down, it's Cannon, and he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. First and 10 at the 39-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10. He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by DJ Reed. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ballgame.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
Everyone, Peyton Manning threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
So the victory here for Seattle. And we talked so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception.